Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. Today we're taking a look at Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War gameplay. A big thanks to Activision for sponsoring this one and giving me access to the game. So I joined a remote play session a couple of weeks ago and was allowed to record everything on offer in this early multiplayer build of the game. And in this vid we're going to keep things at a high level, the basics, what the game is, how it plays, and some first impressions. So I played this on PC, maxed out the graphics, and was playing with and against console players. So yes indeed, as with Modern Warfare and Warzone, this game will have cross-platform as well as cross-gen. And what you're seeing here is a game mode called Combined Arms. This is Cold War's ground war mode, I suppose you could say, but this time it's only 24 players. And in this mode, there are usually 5 or 6 domination style capture points on a larger map with multiple vehicles to use. Attack boats equipped with miniguns, jet skis, snowmobiles, and even tanks. Sadly, no helicopters apart from those that are in score streaks. You'll of course notice the zip lines too on the Armada map here, useful for getting from ship to ship. Also, you can swim here too on the surface and underwater. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty here. First up though, the gameplay. Generally speaking, this plays very differently to Modern Warfare. To start with, it's not running on the same engine, and it feels much more like an old school Call of Duty game. The time to kill is longer. There's no tactical sprint, there's no doors to open or close, no mounting. The level design is way simpler and scaled down too. Very obvious lanes and blocks there, let's say. Modern Warfare featured this big parkour element where you could jump over a lot of roofs and find interesting routes into buildings and windows. That's almost non-existent in this game, although you can still mantle on a few things. The level design doesn't have the grandeur or cinematic appeal of some of the bigger Modern Warfare maps, let's say. But I do feel like that is on purpose. Whether you like that or not, of course, that depends on your preference. The class and loadout system then. Gunsmith returns, but this time there are some key differences to how attachments affect your gun. You're going to have to learn a few new things. Suppressors in this game do remove you from the minimap in multiplayer, but they also reduce your damage, so that's your trade-off. One thing that I appreciate about this new Gunsmith take is that it actually tells you the percentage value of whatever stat it's changing, unlike in Modern Warfare, where you just get a plus or a minus, so it's a bit ambiguous, and there are also hidden values too. So as you can see, as standard you can add a maximum of 5 attachments on your gun, choosing from optic, muzzle, barrel, body, stock, magazine, and handle. But if you equip the Gunfighter wildcard, you can have up to 8 attachments on your gun. So if you want to build an absolutely insane primary weapon but lose out on the other wildcards, then that's an option for those players. Meta weapon builds in this game will be insane. Important to note, you can carry a shotgun as a secondary without needing overkill, which in this game is a wildcard called Lawbreaker. Most of the typical Black Ops perks you would expect are here too. I think one of the most noticeable though will definitely be Ninja, allowing you to sprint quietly, essentially replacing Dead Silence, which in Modern Warfare was a rechargeable field upgrade, so there's lots of meta shifting changes here. Tac Mask pretty much completely nullifies the effects of flashes and stuns as well, which is quite different to the anti-flash stun perk in Modern Warfare. That will be quite a big deal in MP. In this build of the game, there were 3 assault rifles, 3 SMGs, 2 tac rifles, 2 LMGs, and 2 snipers as primaries. You've got 4 field upgrades that recharge over time too. A few different options there. And I don't think that I saw any glint on sniper scopes either. So I think they will absolutely dominate in multiplayer. As I just mentioned, score streaks are back. You gain score streak points in the usual fashions by stringing kills together, but this time around you can also accrue points for those by being a team player and completing objectives, scoring points. Artillery strikes on the Armada level can be quite effective, doing some serious damage there. Other options are the RCXD, the Spy Plane, Napalm Strike, Air Patrol, War Machine, Attack Helicopter, and Chopper Gunner. There are several different operators here that you can choose from too, as well as your character model. As for game modes in the build that I played, well, classic COD modes are back, such as Kill Confirmed, TDM Domination, and Hardpoint. There's a new 6v6 round-based game mode too called VIP. One team is assigned a VIP and has to escort them to one of 2 potential exfil locations. This game mode has downs as well as revives, potentially becoming the main competitive mode for Cold War. I have to say though, I did not enjoy this game mode at all. On first impressions, I thought it was kind of bad, and I don't think it's a good alternative or replacement for S&D. And wrapping things up, like I said, I wanted to keep it simple. I'd say that that's all you need to know for now. My Raw impressions so far, based on a few hours, as I mentioned, it is stripped back a lot. I do think that's a purposeful decision by the developers, but my main concern is that perhaps they've gone a bit too far with it. If you love the old school Black Ops games, honestly, I think you'll be all about this and you'll really enjoy it. But for newer COD players, especially those that play a lot of Modern Warfare and Warzone and other modern tactical FPS games, this could come across as a downgrade and perhaps lacking some depth. The animations, I don't think they were as smooth or as polished as Modern Warfare. Also, the sound design in general, I felt like the game was lacking a bit of ambience. The gunshots and explosions reminded me of old school Call of Duty when they sounded a bit more like fireworks. Footstep sounds, though, actually good. I could hear where people were. Big improvement over Modern Warfare and currently Warzone. It's definitely going to take some time to get used to this game. I think ultimately this will be a really Marmite COD game. I need to play it more though to really get a better understanding of things. Maybe adjust my playstyle a bit. Treat it differently, maybe a bit more like a old school arena game. And I will be streaming on YouTube about 30 minutes after this video goes live. I'll be looking at chat and answering any questions that you guys have about the game. So if anything wasn't clear in this video or you'd like me to demonstrate something live, come over and I'll see if I can help. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. How are you feeling about this based on the footage and information? If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't, a dislike. I'm going to leave you with a couple minutes of highlights from my play sessions so you can just get some raw, unfiltered gameplay. Make your own mind up. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like. If you didn't, a dislike. Subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.
Spy plane available. Spy plane available for tasking. Spy plane commencing surveillance operation. Spy plane mission timeline 50% expended. Hostiles took out your jammer.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Artillery awaiting target coordinates. Hits outside CEP.
People.
Spy plane standing
Artillery
by.
targeting detected.
Attack helicopter.
Call. Incoming artillery.
Spy plane established overhead.
This is Axel. We are weapons up.
Hostile RCXD in your AO. Enemy has... Losing C. Securing F.